Hi, I'm Louisa Higgins, and welcome to Easy Arts for Everyone. Welcome back, everybody, and today we're going to do a lesson that not only continues our work in social and emotional learning, but also brings in the element of culturally relevant teaching. And so in a nutshell, in regards to this particular lesson, it means that we're going to incorporate diversity and give students a chance to see themselves in the work. So that's important in this particular lesson, and always, actually. And then the social and emotional learning component really focuses around friendship and kindness. And so that's part of the social and emotional relationship skills of how we work with other people. And then finally, moving into the art making component and the creating, we're really going to focus on color and shapes, because there's a lot of expressiveness about your mood and how you're feeling that you can do through color. And we also want to give students choices on that. And so that's really universal design for learning, doing that. So if you take a look at the example that I have on the poster, this is a Picasso piece. And what we're going to do today is an homage to this particular piece. And it's called Main aux Fleurs, which means hands with flowers. That's quite simply what it is. And Picasso painted this in 1958. And it was really to symbolize peace during a time of difficulty. And so he did this after a conference in Sweden. And if you look at the piece, he's done it very loosely and gently with lots of pops of color. And the two hands, he did them in white, so they have no affiliation with anyone, really. And there's two right hands, so you can see that one person, maybe two people are grasping the flowers, or one person is handing them off to the other as a sign of friendship. So, it's really about joy and peace and being friends even after difficult times, which is very apropos during these days. So the initial example that I want to show you is a painting. This is done with acrylic paint, and it's very similar to what's happening in the original. It's an homage, so you can see the flowers look very much the same in the shape and the colors. And then I took the hands and I mixed paint to create different skin tones, different shades. And so the first one I used a really neat bronze, and actually it's a little bit metallic, this particular paint, you can't tell probably on video. And for this one I did paint mixing. So if you have children or students working with paint, they can create shades and they can work on that. And so what I would suggest is that the students create one of the hands to mimic their own skin tone. So for me it would be pretty fair skin with a lot of freckles, which would be kind of interesting. And then do a friend, like have their friend's skin tone, so that they have really a true representation of friendship and the diversity of people. And so I'll take you through it in a different way. So that was done using paint, but not everyone is going to want to use paint. And you can see the materials I have on the table. As always, they're very simple and inexpensive. I have a choice of crayons, markers, colored pencils. I'm actually going to work with pastel. So I think that the most important element of this particular artwork that we're doing, I'm just going to drop these on the table, is the hands. And so I have pencil kind of loosely sketched out here. And so what I would do if I was going to be doing this with pastel is I would do the outline of the hands. And it's darker so that it can be seen. And I'll put in the nails, fingernails. And he did them very kind of oval shaped. And then I could come back in here, and this would work very nicely with crayons as well. And then I'm going to do my skin tone and start creating the hand and filling that in. And then as far as giving color choice to students and really letting them be expressive, Picasso didn't use purple, but I could do that. And I could go ahead and do my simple, it's about the simplest flower you'd ever want to make. So there's no fear of, gee, can I reproduce this? This is going to be too hard. It's just really simple. So you really want to focus on colors and shapes up here with the flowers, and then when you get into the hands, that you're representing multiple shades. And this is a great lesson for all ages because there's a variety of different ways you can do it. So if you were working with younger students, you could have them do their flowers, like I said, colored pencil, marker, crayon. And then you could even do this as a black line master, or you could have them put their hands down and trace, and then go ahead and do several hands, which could be cut out and then collaged on top and on either side of the bouquet. So there's many different ways to come about this. But again, it's a wonderful lesson in cultural relevancy and social and emotional learning. It brings out joy and friendship. And it's also a fun art project, very easily achievable from as young as kindergarten all the way up through high school. So I invite you again, please subscribe to our channel. We have more content coming soon. And please make art and have fun. Thank you.